This is today's prey.
And that's that. Because I'm a man and I slam things.
Dude, you're crazy. What's up? How was your day?
It was good. Got a new, got all my PC stuff coming in. Because I'm a nerd.
Mom spaghetti.
I am a nerd.
Are you going to be so excited to kill everybody you play Call of Duty with? Because PC players kill
Bitch, listen,
so hard.
I'm probably not going to play Call of Duty ever again.
Why? Why would you say that?
Because I'm going to be on the Halo game, bitch.
You literally told us...
It's free.
You told us the other day that you're like, man, I got to find some people to play video games with now that I have a different console. I won't be playing with you fucking nerds anymore. You told us
because
that.
You don't have PCs, so you can't play games like Ready or Not. Here I come. You can't hide.
Nobody's ever heard of that game.
Everyone that has a computer has. It's like one of the top selling games right now.
I have a MacBook Air Max Pro.
You do not have a MacBook Air.
I have a MacBook Air Max Pro.
Air Max?
Yeah.
Air Max 90s Pro?
Yeah, size
I have
10
a
and half.
Nike MacBook.
Yeah. Yeah, dude. It's fucking just do it. And
Dude, I have a
just
Dell
do it.
Dunk.
I wish Adele would dunk on me. She's hot.
Every day is a new day.
Fire to the rain. Watch it burn.
I just whistled in my throat. Dude, the best thing she ever did was the 007 intro. That was the best song. Skyfall.
Mortal
That's-
Kombat.
That's not it at all. But whatever.
So I thought of a really fun solution to a problem that we all had growing up. You remember being a youngster?
Nope.
You're a little youngster just in your house and it's snowing outside and it's cold. And mama comes through the house and she's saying, hey, son. Hey, son. Son.
Yeah, I remember that.
And you're like, what, mama? And she's like, I made some chicken noodle soup. And you're like, oh, shit. We're gonna get some soup today for lunch. Hell yeah. So you run downstairs and you sit at the table and your mom puts the bowl of soup in front of you. You dip your spoon in it and put it in your mouth, and it's so hot it burns your tongue to shit.
Yeah, in the top of your mouth and everything.
So you say, Mom, it's hot. And she comes through and she puts an ice cube in there. You ever do
What?
that? You never did that?
You just fucking... my mom waits until it's ready to give to me. I've never had hot soup from my mother because she gave it to me when it's perfect temperature.
Oh.
Didn't you have a soup thermometer like everybody else?
You never put an ice cube in like a bowl of chili or a soup or anything?
Oh.
Dang.
No, man. Why would I want two extremes? Why would I want too hot?
Well, you gotta
and too
cool down
cold?
the- you
What kind of porridge bullshit is this?
You had to cool down the soup. Maybe it was just me. Maybe it was just this guy over here putting ice cubes in a
Okay,
soup.
go ahead. So,
Well,
tell
the
me.
thing
Tell
was,
okay, I'm sure I've had that happen before. I just blocked it out of my memory because it was like, that's fucking dumb. I hope my.
it's like I hope I never remember that again.
I wish people would stop putting ice cubes in my soup.
Well, I was thinking, dang, well, what if we just refrigerated our spoons? That way you get hot coffee in the morning.
Yeah.
It's hot as shit.
Yeah,
You have to wait a second.
yeah.
You get hot soup. You got to wait a second. When you go to the refrigerator or the freezer, if you're feeling crazy, you grab that spoon out of the freezer and just stir the fucking thing up.
Yeah.
It's going to warm up the spoon. It's going to cool down the soup. So you got soup quicker in your taste buds before it burns your tongue.
Dude, I'm not going to lie. I had the exact opposite thought the other day. I'm getting ready to heat some shit up,
Yeah.
right?
Okay.
I was like, why am I putting... What if the shortcut to putting something in the microwave and, like, waiting for minutes long, you know what heats up quickly in the microwave? A fork. So you just heat up the fork and then eat it.
So
You don't have to heat up the food at all. The fork heats it up before it gets to your
a
mouth.
scalding hot fork.
I actually did think of that the other day.
We
It's so
are-
crazy that you're on a different wavelength than
Yin
me.
and yang.
Dude, you're like the Sub-Zero
Chaos and order.
to my Scorpion.
Holy shit.
Which, actually, I wish that was switched. But in this case, you know?
And I'm like, freeze ball. And you're like,
it was super slow.
But I think that's a pretty...
Chicken noodle soup, get over here.
You get the fork, you put it in the air fryer. Gets it nice and crunchy and hot.
Yeah, that exactly. You don't want it to you don't want your fork to be too hard. You want it to have nice flaky texture.
You want it to still be a little soft, almost turning to molten.
Make sure you buy distilled forks before you do this, because if you buy regular forks, this isn't going to work.
And also, you could grow mold if it's not a distilled fork.
Yeah, if you don't, there's 2 types of forks you can buy that you can put in the air fryer: distilled and reverse osmosis forks.
I was thinking spring forks.
Spring forks.
Yeah.
Tyler Spring Water.
Yes, fork.
Yeah.
But that's hilarious that you were thinking of that too. Do you always copy my ideas without me knowing about them? Or is that like a new thing that you're doing?
Well, see, I listen to you when you're falling asleep. You need that app that you can hear what you're talking about while you're in your sleep. Because I'll wake up and you'll be like, just freeze the spoon. just freeze the spoon, man.
Do you remember the time you were sleeping in your room and I was sleeping in my room?
I don't remember that time at all. That's been years.
Yeah, I know. We've been sharing the same bed. It's a twin size bed that for years. But the one time we were separated, we both went to sleep.
Yeah.
And we astral projected out of our bodies.
Yeah.
And we met and we were like, escaped the house, and we ran around, and we went and fucked with Squidward for a little bit too, and Sandy too, and they all got sick of us. They're all like, you fuck with us in real life, we don't want you to fuck with us in our dreams. So we eventually just made it back to our bodies.
My thought when you said, when we astral projected out, I just imagined us running around in the snow to like Creed. Where it's like, when you are with me, and we float out of our bodies and hold hands. And then we just run around.
Is it called Astro or I said Astral because I don't know what I'm talking about.
Should I look it up?
Yeah.
I feel like
check out the internet browser. Punch that up.
What is it called? Astral projection?
Yeah, type in Astro first because I feel like that's what it is.
Projection.
The first horror movie that involved
astral projection.
Astral, like ASTRAL.
Yeah, astral projection. But that's also an album, so I'm gonna have to.
Who sings
astral
it?
Projection.
What album is that?
Meaning, I don't know. I didn't look too much.
Did you ever see Insidious, the movie?
That's a spirit thing.
Insidious makes you think it's a spirit thing.
Oh, really?
But the kid is astro projecting, which means it's when he's sleeping and he leaves his body.
Is the ability of a person's spirit to travel to distant places.
Yeah. So he goes to sleep and he starts doing this shit. And I remember I was in a movie theater when I was young. And that was the first time that your boy made out with somebody in the movie theater.
How old were you?
Oh, 16 probably.
What was his name?
Carlos. But that movie, it was like we were trying, because we were just being bad kids. We were trying to like make out.
Yeah.
But at the same time,
you were in the front.
No, the movie was scary in the theater.
Yeah.
In the theater, we'd like be kissing, and then boom, fucking scary thing would pop up.
Hard dick down.
We'd be kissing, boom, another fucking red-faced scary thing would pop up.
Hard dick down again.
So, we left the theater. We're like, you guys gotta watch Insidious. It's horrifying. It'll scare the crap out of you.
It'll scare you out of kissing.
So then you go to your grandma's house a year later, 2:30 on a Sunday on a 15-inch TV.
Yep.
Not so scary. On a sunny day.
Well,
after
when you go to your
church.
grandma's house,
Yeah.
and watch Insidious, the last thing you're thinking about is making out with your grandma.
That's Yeah, that's
so,
true.
Really, you had a double jump scare because you weren't watching the movie and then all of a sudden it showed up. You heard it, then you saw it. So it was like a double. Ooh-ah. Ooh-ah.
Ooh-ha-ha.
Yeah, if you were watching, you probably could have seen it coming, but because you were too worked up over your rager, you know.
Yeah.
Dude,
I
maybe you
guess.
should stop thinking with your penis
I don't ever.
and maybe just watch a movie every once in a while.
I watch movies constantly.
Because you always...
Actually, I do watch movies constantly, but I never watch them. I'm all either drawing, getting ready for tattooing.
Oh, I know.
Or I'll like be watching the movie and I'm laying there not doing anything. I'll go, well, I could just go to sleep. I'm bored.
If you made a website based off the first 15 minutes of every movie and it was like the review of the first 10 if you made a review of movies of the first 15 minutes, oh, you'd be killer. Because after that, you have no idea what goes on in most movies.
I'm a great writer.
You are.
My reviews would be dope. But I don't watch the whole movie because I get bored and fall asleep, or I'm drawing, or I just turn it off.
Aren't you Nicholas Sparks' cousin?
Yes, me and Nicholas have been known to have a catch.
Nick, as you call him.
Yeah. Yeah, fucking asshole.
Slick Nick.
Fucking asshole.
Really? He's not that cool?
Yeah, one time me and Nicholas Sparks were walking through Brewston Mills, and I was looking over. I thought I saw a fish in the dam, and he came up behind me and pushed me, but he grabbed me to scare me.
Yeah.
He's like, "Ooh, watch yourself!" And he grabbed my shoulders. And Nicholas Sparks, this motherfucker from Maine, author of Water for Elephants,
It's Safe House.
scares the shit out of me.
Yeah.
It scared me so bad I pooped myself. I had to walk around Brewston Mills with freaking blue silky shorts with a little brown stain on them. Nicholas Sparks.
Yeah. I remember that day because you tried to skip school and you came back because you needed to wear those green sweatpants.
Nicholas Sparks will make any 12-year-old poop themselves.
I think that's in his autobiography. Oh man, I love Safe House. No, I'm just kidding.
No,
Oh my gosh.
a funny thing. I think it's pretty cool with Insidious how it is astral projection. That's like the first time that's been done in a movie ever.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that I remember. I don't think of any other movie where
Just
they do
stick to
that.
your guns, dude.
But
It is.
but it's funny that SpongeBob SquarePants did it first. He did.
When you are well. Oh, you were talking about poop. So,
Talking that
I'm
shit!
trying to rewind here.
Talking that shit!
So, before the podcast, I was on the toilet and you had sent me a Wim Hof video to do.
Every day is a new day.
So,
You tried to do it on the toilet?
I was like, what a better time
Oh my
to
god.
do a breathing exercise. Because honestly, I always get so red faced on the toilet.
Tell me about the breathing exercise.
And
what
you
it is.
just like go in and out and in and out. Very circular. Very circular. Think circles.
You're shitting while you're doing
Yeah.
it.
And
Brandon's gonna be so mad at you when he hears this.
dude, I don't have time. I don't even Snapchat people unless I'm on the toilet. What are you fucking talking about? I don't have time for these silly games.
Did
I'm
you
a
do the whole
PC
thing?
gamer now.
Did you do the whole thing? Did you do the whole breathing?
Yeah. And then you came and knocked on my door and ruined it. I was like, I'm
That's
trying
why-
to breathe here.
That's why I never do it in your home. I never do it in your home because I'm afraid you're gonna fuck with me. Had I known you were doing it, I would have left
open
you
your
alone.
eyes.
Had I known that you were doing a Wim Hof breathing meditation while taking shit, I never would have banged on the door.
Dude. So
Every day is a new day.
you're obsessed with Wim Hof.
How
what
am
do you what do you gain out of Wim Hof's 30-minute breathing exercise.
30 minutes?
That's what it was. You sent me.
It's 10 minutes.
It was 30 minutes.
That's nuts. No, I must have sent you the wrong one. It's
Well,
only
I did
10,
it for 10 minutes.
Yeah, it's only 10 or 15 minutes.
Yeah, I was like 30 minutes. I didn't finish
your
it.
phone's up there.
I didn't finish it, but 30 minutes is like that's hemorrhoid
insane.
city.
Well, if you're sitting
For
on
a breathing exercise, you're
on the toilet, yes. Nobody should sit on the toilet for 30 minutes.
what?
Yeah, I said it. I've never took a shit.
Have you?
I guess I have taken a shit for 30 minutes, but I'm not shitting the whole time. I'm on my phone.
Yeah. That have you ever been taking a shit so long and scrolling through your phone that you forgot if you shat or not? you're like sitting there still. You're like, do I even have to wipe it? Like, was it like a ghost poop and like nothing? It was just farts, and then you look down. You're like, what the fuck?
No, I complete the objective quick and get out.
You're like a Splinter Cell shitter.
Yeah, I go in. I've got night vision goggles, and I hang from the ceiling.
You hang from Splinter Cell and Spider-Man. Jesus Christ.
No.
Tom Holland would be proud.
You literally did this breathing thing while on the toilet. I mean, did you, aside from being on the toilet, which is where you shouldn't do it,
Yeah.
what did you think of it?
So what I thought is like he keeps saying like, if you feel these things, it's okay, you know.
Yeah.
And the one thing he says like, if your fingers or toes start to become tingly, that's fine. Don't worry. But he's like saying this thing, like words of affirmation, you know. I'm thinking every time I shit, it's longer than like 45 minutes. So of course my toes are tingling. My feet are fucking asleep. It's like, yeah, of course my feet are tingling. But I was actually trying to focus, and I could feel, I was holding my hands like this while like completely hunched over like this. And I did feel better.
Yeah.
I started thinking clearly, and I thought, all right, it's probably time to take a shower. I've left the water on too long.
Yeah, it's a good meditation for sure. It'll leave you feeling great. It's
Yeah.
great after a workout or even before a workout. I still think it's hilarious you did it before taking a shit.
While taking a shit, not before.
You're supposed to lay like down.
Well, it said sitting or laying down. I was like, it was going to be very difficult. I would have had to like rest my head on the toilet paper roll and then like my feet in the tub for me to lay down and do it while taking a shit.
That's your most relaxed state. So you were doing it correctly.
And then, yeah, that's I did the best with but I did the best with what I had time to do.
Yeah.
And I think it was good. But there's no way that guy is human. What is he, just like doing barefoot shit up in Everest? Is that what he does? He just goes around and just like does barefoot things in snow?
He climbed Mount Everest in like nothing but shorts.
Yeah, my brother used to come in on me. Watch the way you say things. He used to come in while I was in the shower and pick me up out of the shower when I was a kid and throw me out naked in the snow and lock me out of the house. So, bitch, I've been Winhoff.
I've been Winhoff.
I've been Winhoff, baby.
Yeah, Ben Winhoff.
I've been Winhoff, baby.
I mean,
I've been Winhoff.
what's the deal with your family members just always coming in on you in the shower? Last week it was your mom helping you get soap out of your wiener, and then this week it's your brother coming in and ripping you out of the shower and putting you in the snow.
We had a no lock the door policy, you know, just in case what if I would have slipped and fell and hit my head and drowned in the bath?
Completely understandable. I get it.
1 out of every million baths taken, someone drowns.
Yeah,
and that's no fucking that's nothing to joke about.
You can drown in 2 inches of water, they say,
and like 4 inches of suds.
Yeah, dude.
if you have 2 inches of water, or get rid of that and have 4 inches of suds left in the tub, you're drowning.
Like, I guess if there's 2 inches of water and your face is in it and you can't move and you can't turn your head sideways, yeah, you'll probably drown.
You know, talking about
It
bad,
happened
dude.
on Final Destination.
Yeah.
The guy falls down in a puddle of water, and a tree lands on the back of him. He can't get his head out of the water. But I think he actually survived. I think he got out of that one.
Man,
He pulled a tricky one on
he
Death.
used his neck. He went, oh, yeah, I forgot.
And Death is like,
Fuck. I've been way off. I can breathe out this puddle. I've been way off.
dude, Wim Hof is so crazy. Brandon was telling me the story about just some internet research he was doing. One time, Wim Hof's retinas froze because he was swimming in ice water as he does,
Every day is a new day.
and he went under a freaking glacier, and he couldn't find the hole out of the glacier, and his retinas froze, so he couldn't see to get out, and he says that drowning is not something he's afraid of because you just go to sleep. Because somebody had to save him because he couldn't find the hole to get out.
Well, all I know is that one time I was at a water park and I went under and I dropped into the lazy river and I couldn't find my way out. I got all disoriented. And I'm telling you, I was under there for a while, at least 15 seconds, and it is not like falling asleep. I was fucking struggling.
You really did? You really did get cut?
I mean, or another version of that is I'm at the beach and I get rolled in a wave. Like,
What's the
okay,
closest
that's not falling asleep. That's fucking misery.
What's the closest you've been to drowning?
Getting my waders filled up while fly fishing and then like going. It got sucked me under, and my dad has saved me multiple times from drowning from that.
Holy moly! I never even thought of that being like.
Yeah, if the water comes up over your waders or you fall down,
Yeah.
it'll go over. They have the wading belts, but mine didn't. Mine just like were on my hips, so they just filled up and it sucked me under. And one time
What
there
do
was
you
a
do in
guy.
that situation if your dad's not there to save you?
Well, the one time that my dad wasn't there to save me, he was still there. He was just upstream, and he didn't see it happen. And there was another gentleman downstream of me, and he was kind of like a dirty fisherman, is what I like to call him, where you go to a catch and release section, and then you're taking all the fish out and throwing them in a bag or put them on a stringer.
Poacher.
Well, I'm seeing that guy with his power bait and all that, salmon eggs and shit, and I fall in, and I start to come up and try to grab a rock, and he goes, hey, watch out, there's a copperhead. And I look up, and on the rock I was about to grab was a copperhead on the rock. I was like, ugh! I just went under. I was like, I would rather die. And then I eventually could get back up because it got shallow, and I like got on a rock and got up.
Every day is a new day.
You saved yourself.
So yeah, I've been with Hall.
The closest I've ever been to drowning has been I'm a beach boy, so I remember just getting crushed by a wave,
Dude.
getting out, getting crushed by another wave, and getting out and be like, oh, finally I'm out. Another wave just comes down and gets me.
Yeah. Riptide, baby.
Drowning would be awful. The panic you get before you just go to sleep, as Wim Hof says, dude, I'd have a heart attack, I think, before I'd actually drowned.
Maybe he's not real. Maybe Wim Hof isn't real.
Maybe he's an urban legend, like the Mothman, or maybe like there's videos of him, but how do you know those aren't edited?
Right.
Maybe he's just a character in the simulation that we call life that people strive to be.
Simulation theory. Maybe nobody's real. Or maybe just some people are and some people aren't. So I'm ready to tell you about my story.
Okay.
So,
Wait, real quick. We're real, me and you.
absolutely.
I think if simulation theory is a thing, we're real,
yeah.
and like me and you are meshing together hard,
Super mesh.
but like the point of our simulation that we're in separately, like my simulation and your simulation,
Yeah.
don't involve one another, and we're just pissing off the computer because we're just podding it up,
Yeah.
living here, killing the game, and they're like, "Whoa, no, brothers, you're doing side quests, man. Your main quest is over here." And we're just like, "Fuck it, we're doing our
No.
thing, man."
I'm trying to get wanted like the Red Dead Redemption type shit.
Talking that shit!
But what happened? Did something happen for you to?
Yeah, so I'll tell you about it. Okay. So, normal day was Friday. Normal day. I'm actually having a pretty good day. I go and I park at the Circle K, and I see a gentleman walk out of the Circle K. And he walks out the normal door. At the Circle K, which you know in Star City, there's doors that go opposite ways. You can push either way. Any way you're going, you push to go the direction you're going. For some reason, some people just don't know how to use that door that you just push to go in. That says fucking in on the giant door.
They try to slide it.
Yeah. It's a very recognizable font. It says in. If like I tell people all the time I can't read cursive. It's like you can read this one. And so I see a guy walk out.
You can't read cursive? I can teach you.
I can teach you.
Every day is a new day.
But so he walks out, and then I see another guy start walking past him, and they both wave at each other. They both kind of seem to look similar type of people, right? So I follow this guy in. He doesn't go in the right door. He pulls the door open instead of going in the push door like everybody in the whole world does. It's so obvious. Then he's going, and I like, okay, well, I'm going to go in the regular door right behind him. And everywhere I went in that fucking Circle K, he was in my way. I go towards the drinks, and he's like kind of doing things, but he's not really doing anything. He's just kind of moving around in my way. So I'm like, okay, I got to go around him. So I get my freaking double shot coffee Starbucks thing in my Powerade or whatever. And I'm like, okay, I'm not going around that guy again because he just got in my way for like 5 seconds. This is like a total. I'm getting disoriented. What the fuck what's going on here? So
was he like glitching? Was he like lagging?
He definitely walked like he was. He walked funny, like on the outside of his feet, like like that. He just
like
had
he was programmed.
No, yeah. Well, no, not really. But I go around him 2 aisles over. I'm like, I gotta skip this guy. And at the Circle K, there's the self checkouts. There's 2 of them, and then there's just a lady standing there. Then there's just a lady standing there.
She was digital
because she's no, no. Listen. So and then he gets in my way again because he goes past the self checkouts and he wants the lady to do his shit.
Yeah,
like he didn't even recognize there was the self checkouts were there. So I'm like, oh, get the fuck out of my way. He's like, he just keeps getting in my way.
Yeah.
And then I see we both get out of there. So I'm like, thank God I don't have to be around this guy. I let him pull out first because I know he's gonna do something. Then there's a van and his car. And you can tell they're both getting ready to turn left out of the Circle K onto the main road. And he, instead of just pulling up behind the guy, he pulls to the left of the guy. And then they both try to like turn at the same time. And they like don't know what's going on. That guy has been in someone's way his whole fucking life, has no idea. He has no idea he is a burden on society just by existing. It is so infuriating.
What it sounds like to me from the outside looking in, it sounds like when you're playing Grand Theft Auto and you're driving in a car and you smash into another car and then you didn't really break the car, you just damaged it.
He goes, hey, watch it.
And they're in it and then they're trying to get away. They're just like back to like their normal programming.
Mm-hmm.
It's like you just hit 2 cars and they're like both trying to like figure out how to get back in their programming.
Yeah.
That guy's just constantly trying to get back in his programming, but he's so far.
He's in every single person's way, and there's multiple people like this. It's like when you go to the gym and you see the one guy that's in your way all the time. He is in front of the leg press doing dumbbell curls. Why is he over there? Just go where everybody else goes. But he just wants to be right there, to be away from everybody, but he's in your way only. And then I can tell you those type of people, like I can tell you exactly what he drives when I go outside. It's like, oh, that guy's car is absolutely dented because he's always in someone's way. And I go out there and I was like, oh, there it is. Fucking Lincoln Navigator with a giant bent fender.
Has some gashes in it.
So it's like, and then I drive beside, that's another person that's a real person I'm talking about. And I'm driving beside him and he's on his phone. He's on his phone and he's like weaving in and out of, he has no idea what's going on.
So nuts.
Some people, there's no way these people are real, right? There's no way that guy's like has the same consciousness as us.
Like he is just texting and driving, which I feel like I should do less also. But I've never been a burden to somebody because I know when some cars are around, you just like, I don't know. I guess you just don't text. You don't fucking text and drive.
Well, here's the thing.
But
Yeah, go ahead.
But you're saying that you don't think this person is a real person. You don't
No,
think-
it's like on Men in Black when they kind of walk funny because they don't fit in their human suit. You know, they're not real. There's no way that these people have the same brain capacity. You know, some people are just not. There's no way they're people.
Well, it's like the people who are in people's way all the time, like you're describing. It's like they have the same personality, and they're just like, if they're a program, they're just keep repeating in your life because it's like, oh, he hasn't noticed this person's always in his way.
It's like the Truman Show or some shit.
Well, it's like I've tattooed multiple people with the same exact personality.
Yeah, same story.
Same story. And I know this is like funny, but it's like every military guy, they all have German Shepherds.
Yep.
They got to tell you they drink their coffee black. They all tell you they like IPAs. And if they're drinking anything else, it's straight whiskey.
Extreme.
And if they're smoking cigars, it doesn't have a real name. It's just called a Cuban.
Just a Cuban.
They don't smoke Rocky Patels or acid cigars or Swisher Sweets or Romeo and Julietas. They're smoking Cubans.
It's Cubans.
Yes.
Because that's what a person is supposed to say that is in the army who has a German Shepherd, because they're not fucking real.
I've never even heard of a German Shepherd.
You!
What the fuck is that?
Maybe German Shepherds aren't real.
I don't even know what fucking kind of dog that is. No idea.
What?
I've heard of a poodle. I've heard of a Dalmatian. I've heard of 101 Dalmatians.
Yeah, I've actually seen 101 Dalmatians.
This fucking animal called a German Shepherd has infiltrated the armies of America.
And police.
Didn't even know.
Maybe kind of like how masks were back in the day. Like right when COVID started, masks were. Maybe German Shepherds are a mind control device. Just like everyone on Facebook said. They're infiltrating our armed forces. Soon we won't have any more army. It'll only be aliens, and then they'll turn on us, and it'll be like when Mars attacks, and we'll have to kill them with the horrible song that's really high pitched.
Well, it's like you never heard of a German Shepherd until last year. Where'd they come from?
Yeah,
You know, program, man. We're in a simulation.
Yeah, I understand what you're saying about like German Shepherds, and I know you're joking about German Shepherds, right? Because we've all heard of a German Shepherd.
And I ain't never did this before, no.
But have you ever heard of a Goldador?
No, that sounds like a Pokemon.
Or all these new ones that are coming out, like Goldador, the rest. What is it's a golden doodle,
That is just the simulation
Boxador.
creating these new animals.
Yeah, it's like how they make up Pokemon. It's just
They've
like,
got to be from the same creator.
it's like Snake.
Out of nowhere, they got something called a golden eagle.
Yeah,
What the fuck is a
and then you got people walking around talking about golden eye. What's golden eye?
what the fuck is a platypus?
Now that's not real. There's no way that animal's real.
A
platypus?
mammal with a beak that can also sting you.
It can sting you?
Yeah, they're poisonous. Look it up.
Venomous?
I don't know. I don't know if they're venomous or they're poisonous. I've never eaten one. Yeah, look it up. I'm pretty sure they are venomous.
I'm not spelling platypus right at all. There's a Y in there. I'm not going back.
Platypus.
I didn't even spell venomous right either. This platypus note. The males can deliver a mega sting. It's called a mega sting. That causes immediate, excruciating pain like hundreds of hornet stings, leaving victims incapacitated for weeks.
Dude, Coyote
Where-
Peterson.
Holy fuck.
Yeah.
A mega sting?
It's a wasp duck wallaby. A wasp duck wallaby. I know.
A mega sting.
Dude, Coyote Peterson needs to get fucked up by this thing.
Dude, I played Rocket League with Coyote Peterson once. I saw it said Coyote Peterson.
I forgot about that.
And I said, the Coyote Peterson? He goes, yeah.
Who knew Coyote Peterson loves soccer cars? He's probably like getting a goal and he's like, this is worse than a tarantula hawk. This is worse than a tarantula hawk.
He's like sitting there playing Rocket League. He sucked real bad. He's playing there and his thumbs are all swollen from bee stings.
He's wearing his hat.
It's a mega sting.
Yeah. So
A mega sting. Platypus, like he was like 5 years old and he's like trading Pokemon cards. He's like, oh, I want to have this one. I want to have this power, mega sting.
Platypus, use Mega Sting. I choose you.
He goes,
Dude, Coyote Peterson's part of the simulation too. Coyote Peterson is like something out of Rick and Morty. Whenever they do those ad lib commercials, it's like a guy who just stings himself with evil bugs.
and now now this is the sting yourself in the skin show. First step, sting yourself in the skin. Step 2, don't not sting yourself in the skin.
Step 3, stay out of my personal space.
Real fake doors. Dude, fucking platypus. Oh my gosh.
I saw someone.
Dude, that's metal as fuck.
Yeah, dude, platypuses are the shit.
Is it platypuses? Platypussies?
I think it's.
Platypi?
It might be platypi.
Platypi?
It might be platypi.
Oh, man.
Platyply. I want some platyply toilet paper.
Platypus venom.
Can you buy vials of it? See if you can buy a vial of platypus venom. We'll eat it on the show. We'll show Coyote Peterson.
We're going to eat it. The vial and all.
We'll show Coyote Peterson what the fuck is up.
We're going to drink it like a beer. And that, hey, if we ever get a beer deal with the podcast, we call it platypus venom.
I like that.
On God.
On God. What color do you think it is?
Huh?
What color do you think platypus venom is?
Platypus.
I bet it's purple.
Oh, no. Yeah. The most royal of venoms.
Purple chrome.
Okay. First thing that came up is Walmart and Hot Topic. So
Hot Topic.
their website mentions platypus and venom at Walmart. So apparently we can buy it.
Walmart has everything.
Platypus venom.
Walmart's selling Kill Cliff energy drinks now.
Well, listen, if we can't find it. Oh, wait. How much does real platypus cost? So apparently,
Every day is a new day.
you can't buy platypus venom. But
You can milk
that
it.
just, you can milk them. How to milk a platypus. Apparently, that just means there's an open market. And we're getting in it, buddy.
Today's prey.
How can you buy a platypus? We're just going to get rid of the venom. Buying platypus.
Where do you think it's
Adopt a duck-billed platypus. That's like a manatee when you were in the second grade. Save the manatees.
Save the platypus.
Yeah.
Manatees are also known as sea cows.
I think
a random
the
fact.
platypus is the one that killed Steve Irwin.
I think so, yeah. The platypus shot his mega sting. Stung him.
Mega sting! What do you think it has a sound?
Yeah. There's a lot of bubbles. Man, Steve Irwin, man. I heard that there was a video of that.
Yeah, I watched it
You watched him?
in 5th grade at school.
Holy shit.
I watched him die.
Did you really?
Yep, underwater.
Is it violent?
Not really. It's kind of blurry.
Oh, man.
You just see.
It goes through his heart?
I think you kind of just like halfway see it.
Holy shit.
And it was probably one of those things where it's like the thing said what it was, and then you watch it and you don't really know what's going on. You're like, oh, shit, that's crazy, just because the camera shakes a lot.
Yeah.
Someone probably made it in their pool.
Dang.
But in my 5th grade mind, I watched it.
Hell yeah. You were bad, dude.
Yep, and I was on Paint fucking putting
Dude, you were the
bad
guy.
words on Paint.
You were the freaking, you were the Zorro of the computer lab, stealing all the computer balls out of the mouses.
Olay.
Then you get,
I didn't get busted.
who got busted?
Oh, poor Seth did.
Ah, Seth.
He's the man, though.
He's taking his balls out of the mouses, bouncing them down the halls.
Dude, I took them all out, and I handed him one. He beams some kid in the head in the hallway and gets taken to the principal's office.
Can't trust no one. You gave him one. He destroys the whole operation.
I like how I bought that mouse, and you're like, "Where's the ball in it?" I was like, "Yeah, it's not expensive. It's a cheap one."
Is it? That thing looked awesome.
No, it was like $40, but it was but the expensive ones have the balls in the bottom.
Really?
Oh yeah.
I guess don't break it. I guess if it's not broken, don't fix it.
You know what's crazy about that? Think about that. There's a couple things I'm going to talk about about technology. Let me run with this real quick. Okay, so the ball is in it, and you're moving the mouse like the old. I'm not really being serious about the mouse thing either. They don't have a ball in the bottom, but the old ones did, and so it obviously has a sensor inside the mouse while you're rolling the ball, telling it which way it's going. So it's like all they did was cut out the middleman and just put the sensor on the desk.
Well, on the inside of the mouse, where that ball was, the reason it was rubber was because there was 4 rolly things.
So there was more rolling things.
Yeah, so when you rolled it diagonally, one side would roll, and that's how it would move.
But how did it sense those 4 things? There's obviously there's a sensor, and they just said, well, fuck all the rolling things. Let's just put it on the desk.
I guess.
And just watch it go over wood. And here's the other thing. I got pissed off the other day when our fire alarm went off at night. We had our little little dream intermission
Yeah.
because it was just chirping. Okay, and I understand the whole safety issue with the fire alarms, but the whole idea of having a fire, like a smoke detector that's plugged in, that you also need to have a fucking battery in, is the dumbest shit I've ever heard. And I know. Well, what if the power goes out and there's smoke? Well, how are you going to fucking make something go on fire when the power's out? What, are we just going to start up a bonfire? We look too many matches?
It is silly that it's hardwired into the house, but the battery still die.
It's like the battery...
The battery
the power hasn't gone out.
The battery should only be activated whenever the power goes out. It's like, oh, fuck. They're not getting power now. We'll just use this battery.
It is so annoying.
It's so silly.
What the fuck?
I don't know, man. I don't fucking know.
I have these thoughts all the time about, what the fuck is wrong with this? Why aren't these people fucking doing what they're supposed to do and just be like a normal human?
Like the people I saw on the street the other day. I was driving down Pierpont, headed to our house. I saw this group they were our age.
Yeah.
They had beards. And,
They had beards?
Yeah, I guess.
Oh my God.
Like scuzzy kind of beards. And they're all walking, which, get where you need to go.
Who the fuck does that?
But they're walking up a hill. It's got to be a half mile in the snow.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to say this. In the snow. It is wintertime here. It's 20 degrees outside or less. They're walking up this hill in the snow. 2 of them are walking normal. One kid has his I'm going to say kid, but they were our age. Has both hands on a Nintendo Switch and is playing it while he's walking up a half mile in the snow. I'm like, I just like that. Are those people real? Where are their priorities? What's going on there? What's going on in their brains? You got to really play Mario Kart while you're walking and
I'm just
exercising?
impressed. I'm just impressed that he's not slipping. You'll never catch him slipping without a switching to.
Switching to. What is that, the Dutch version?
No.
Switching to.
How about you? Switching to. No,
Well-
that's just the Asian Chinese version or what? Where do they make Nintendo? Is it China or is it Japan?
I
or
don't
is it
know.
Korea? Honestly, I don't know.
How deep into this racist hole do you want to dig us?
Dig us? Dude, watch your words, dude. Dig us? Fuck.
Dude, if that kid would fall, if he would slip with his Nintendo Switch, he would bust his shoulder like I did last year. Or he'd bust his face. Dude, I remember one time I was at Boy Scout camp in the wintertime. I had my hands.
You always bring up Boy Scout camp. Dude,
Here's a lesson that every parent needs to teach their kids. You never put your hands in your pockets if you could be walking on ice.
Never.
Because I had my hands in my pockets. I freaking slipped on this ice and busted my chin. You can't see I have a beard now, but I have this scar.
remember.
Yeah. I busted open.
And I ain't never did this before, no.
Oh my gosh.
Let it out.
He's not real.
You don't think?
He's just doing what a shitty kid that walks alongside the road without a sidewalk does. What else is he supposed to do? Walk forward with his eyes up, watching for cars to make sure they don't hit him? No. He's supposed to just be buried inside his video game like he was before.
I got a question for you. You go to a gas station, you get something to drink. What do you typically get? Like, you go and get, if you're getting soda, what do you go get?
Bang.
A soda.
Bang. I don't, a soda?
Yeah, like a bottle, right?
Yeah.
Why do shitty kids from your hometown, I don't mean your hometown, I mean all hometowns, why do the shitty kids from the hometowns walk around the town with a small can of soda? It's like, where do they get these cans?
It's because they brought it from home and they're just walking down the street.
It's like, I might get thirsty walking down the block and have to drink this Pepsi.
What do you think?
It's actually Diet Pepsi.
Dude.
It's Diet Pepsi because
it's their grandmother's.
Yes. And she won't just drink water. She's
They
gotta
stole
drink.
it from her. They stole it from their grandmother.
Yep.
That they didn't say hi to when they walked in the house.
They just walked in, jacked that Diet Pepsi, and walked the fuck out.
I need my bubbly.
Every day is a new day.
I'm trying to get caffeinated with less sugar, but not no sugar.
I just want bubbles. That's all I want.
My brain's a bubble palace right now.
Here's what I wanted
With
to
my Diet Pepsi.
Speaking of more bubbles,
No, you know what's and they always have a black backpack that's full of more Pepsi.
and it's you got a big dirt stain on it too.
And they're listening with one headphone in to their Walkman.
Dude,
No,
speaking
to their
of bubbly,
iPod Touch.
speaking of dirty, I got a question for you.
Oh God.
You ever make a man fart?
Have I ever made a man? No, I'm just like, he can do it if he wants.
You never
I don't
forced
make
a
'em.
man to fart?
No, I've never held a guy at gunpoint and said, fucking fart now. Never.
I'll tell you what.
What am I, crazy?
If anybody did that to you, you'd be good.
Oh, yeah.
I would fucking die. You can fart on command. I cannot. I don't know how you do it. I'm impressed every single time. It never doesn't impress me when you fart like that. But I made a man fart today. And I didn't have
In jiu-jitsu?
and I didn't have a gun up to his head. He was actually dominating me. He was actually on top of me, whipping my ass.
He was adding insult to injury.
He was on top of me.
Salt in the wound.
He was in mount, just squishing me, and I'm trying to get out. It was Nick. And he's squishing me. We're just talking while we're rolling, getting our training in, and he's on top, and I'm trying to get out, and he goes, I'm trying to hold in a fart. So I reached up around his back and just squeezed as hard as I could. He goes, and then we're laughing about it, and I looked down and I said, I'm the captain now. I think that's a win. I was on bottom the whole time, and he did submit me, but I think I won. I won the war.
Yeah. Well, mental game.
Yes.
It's all a mental game.
And he's like, man, nobody's ever made me fart before.
He's thinking about it right now. He's at home laying in bed, and he's out his covers and his fingers over the covers like this. You know, because he's got like this, like a Who from Whoville.
He hears a rustle and he's like, "Don't make me fart."
And I ain't never did this before, no.
No, I didn't. He's sleep talking. No, I didn't. No, I did it because I wanted to, not because he made me.
We were both cracking up about it. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, man.
there
Farts,
anything-
dude.
Yeah,
So
farts are funny. You can't deny it.
talking that shit. It's all a mind game. You know, you're like, you have like a psychology game that's always going on in your brain where it's like putting puzzle pieces together, always trying to make people fart.
Always trying to make them uncomfortable.
Like, okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to offer him a soft drink.
Followed by
then he's gonna burp,
potatoes.
but he's going to be trying to hold in that burp. Followed by potatoes.
Because potatoes make you fart. So I'm always trying to give you French fries.
Potatoes make me fart?
Yeah, isn't that what you said? They just hurt your belly.
No. No, it gives me chest pain.
Oh.
When I eat potatoes, it gives me chest pain.
I've been wondering why it hasn't been so funny when you eat them. It's normally just stressful.
No, I wonder what that is.
I don't know. Probably clogged
Okay.
artery.
Hold on. Since I got the trusty Today's Prey computer from the utility closet of Today's Prey, why is it when I eat
Mom's spaghetti.
I just sounded like I was trying to start a shitty Honda. You caught me off guard so bad. Why is it when I eat potatoes, my chest hurt? It says my chest hurt instead. Okay, why? My chest hurt. Maybe I have an allergy.
It's quite possible.
Maybe it's just heartburn. Oh, I think it's a type of heartburn. It's not like a heartburn or like acid reflux. Some people's acid reflux doesn't feel the same.
Dude, I learned last year that it's not called acid reflex. It's acid reflux. The fuck does reflux mean?
It's like, maybe my acid reflexes just aren't as quick as I thought they were.
Oh crap, it's raining outside and there's a lot of pollution in the air.
This acid rain reflex. It's like as quick as a cat.
This rain has been corroding these cemetery stones for years. Oh crap, it's about to rain right now. Acid reflex. That should be a movie. Acid reflex.
That's
Watch
metal
out,
as-
cemetery stones.
This is metal as fuck.
After 40 years, you're going to start corroding. Dun-dun.
Think fast.
Umbrellas won't save you after 40 years of using them.
Umbrella, think fast. You better have a acid reflex.
Or maybe it'll be a new game for your computer.
Hopefully.
What do you think what's your new favorite game going to be?
Well, I don't fucking know.
Probably something crazy.
I'm gonna think I'm just gonna play solitaire. Spider solitaire, actually.
Hopefully it
That
comes
and
with
Bejeweled.
pinball. Oh, dude, Bejeweled. I remember one time my mom played so much Bejeweled that she got like a copy of it, and it came with a Bejeweled soundtrack.
Yeah, yes, that'll make you fall asleep.
It was very soothing.
Yeah.
I tried putting it on during dinner. My mom was like, "Turn this off."
Be like, hey mom, can I borrow your Bejeweled CD? Like, why? You're just going on a date with your girlfriend. No reason.
trying
and you're banging your girlfriend to the Bejeweled soundtrack.
It's like dun, 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 dun. And then it kicks in. Dun, 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 dun.
Yeah.
What does it take to be number one?
What does it take to be number one?
That's a Nelly song. You ever heard it?
Dude, Nelly actually, have you heard? Nelly bought Bejeweled. And now the Bejeweled
Quite
soundtrack
interesting.
is just nothing but Nelly songs.
Hey,
Moms are getting furious everywhere.
I would love that.
That would be awesome.
Underlay, mama. Yeah. Uh-oh. What's bumping tonight?
I don't know any words to the Nelly songs. You know, I'm going to circumnavigate. I'm going to circumcise navigate really quick. You know, I was talking about some of my philosophies in the barbershop because I can do that because I'm in charge, so people have to listen to me. And just like now, I've got mind control. I missed that sound too. Only OGs know that sound. But you know, a guy, I was telling him like a theory I had, and he's like, dude, you know what you should do for your podcast? You should actually sign up for a college philosophy class and then like use what you've learned in the class and talk about it on the podcast. I was thinking, bitch, what I just said fucking stupid?
He's like,
He was like trying to help me out. I'm like, what? Did what I just say sound really dumb?
he's like, yeah. So your theory has a lot of holes in it. If you actually took a class, you might be able to figure it out a little better, bud. And then you could talk about it on the podcast.
Maybe you wouldn't sound like a fucking idiot.
It's kind of like Nathan for you. Like you're like, oh, I'll go and take a philosophy class for my podcast.
Get really good grades.
Oh my
yeah.
goodness.
So he told me to take a philosophy class, and I was like, "What? Am I not like philosophy enough for you?" You know, it's like I thought what I said was smart, and what I said, I can talk about that if you want. Was back when COVID just started, I was talking about how I just think there's way too many people on the earth, and that's why it started. You just like put too many people in one place. You know, it started in China, so everybody's living in closets there, so they're way too close to each other. And my grandmother, back in the day, this will connect, had a bird feeder. And she didn't just like let the bird feeder just, you know, do its thing. She had to fill it up twice a day. So after a couple of weeks of this bird feeder, there's like 300 birds around the bird feeder at once. And then I'm thinking, you know, this is, you know, already she's a crazy bird lady. And then I go outside one day and there's just hundreds of birds in the yard dead. I'm like, oh, what happened? So that DNR had to we called the resource police, you know, the DNR to come out and like test birds. And it was just like one had a sickness and it killed the rest of them.
Whoa.
So one had a sickness, got on the bird feeder, killed all of them.
That's wild.
And so my theory was that's kind of just like the birds. That's like people. I just think there's too many people on earth. You and me got to take this podcast on the road in a van because eventually we're going to get too sick. We're not going to be able to do it anymore. And people won't be able to listen.
They say that the earth will figure out ways to fix things. So,
Yeah.
COVID is a thing, maybe. I don't know.
So the backup plan on Earth is Earth's backup plan is just like global warming. It's like maybe if we just make it hot enough and we melt all this ice, then it'll just drown all these bitches.
Well, I don't think the Earth's that mean. I think what it's doing is going, oh, okay, well, you're here on me and you want to set up a calendar and time and you want to celebrate Christmas in the snow. Well, guess what, motherfucker? Here in 70 years, it's going to be snowing in June. And we're going to be like, freaking got us.
Welcome to toboggans in June. Also, nobody calls them toboggans. But, you know. It's June, so it doesn't matter.
Oh, word.
Yeah. All I'm saying is that I think that guy thought I was really dumb, but in the nicest way possible. He's like, hey.
Yeah.
It's kind of like when, you have it's like you tell your girlfriend all these ways of fixing things and they just don't listen. That's what he was doing for me. He's like, oh, well, you could be smart if you knew anything.
It's like people who work in trades like us. I feel like nobody's going to say anything that's like blatantly like, no, you're dumb. That's wrong. Because otherwise they're going to have a mohawk when they want to
that's the thing. I tell people, it's like, I know people are just agreeing with me here because then I go outside of the barbershop and everybody's calling me an idiot.
Yeah.
So it's a rough world.
You're not an idiot. You're a jidiot.
But you know what?
What?
All of our listeners out there, you're not an idiot.
Nope.
I don't care what your wife says about you.
Yeah, we appreciate you.
I hope that you don't get caught drunk driving this next weekend and you've decided that you don't want to be a barfly anymore and start a Roth IRA.
Hey, get in that retirement game, buddy.
Yeah, maybe start a savings first.
Start a savings, get a Roth IRA, pay off some of that debt.
Tell that girl you love her.
Tell your mom
and then
you love
ditch her. Both of them.
Hug your mom and your dad.
Kiss your dad.
And ditch the girl.
And kiss your mom.
And kiss your dad again. On the lips this time.
Like Tom Brady.
Hey, love is love, man.
Love is love, and especially for your sons.
You gotta love your parents.
Do you think you'll kiss your son on the lips?
Well, yeah. I will kiss my son
anywhere he wants me. That's what you're about to say.
I will kiss my son
anywhere he wants you to.
I'm a face love. My son is gonna be like, he's gonna have rug burn on the side of his head because I'm gonna rub my beard all over him.
Yeah.
I even have a son, what if I have a daughter? If I have a daughter, I'm going to treat her really mean. And I'm going to be really strict, and she is going to just be a soldier.
Yep.
No love.
Yeah, my kids are going to hate me. For sure.
My kids are going to be doing like figure drawings by the time they're like 3.
Most guys that I think are cool, I'm saying... Okay, 50% of dudes that I think are like cool guys, then when they become a dad, they're just dicks to their kids like they were to me because we were buddies and we were all dicks to each other. And he doesn't know how else to act.
Then they get a son, they're like, what's up, motherfucker?
Like the times where he was bag tagging me when we were in 7th grade. He grew up, he's just bag tagging his kid. And it's a girl.
All righty. I think that's enough for the day.
Yeah. I'm glad we figured out the whole Megas thing.
I like
That's
the Megas
fucking
thing.
hilarious.
I liked the laptop here.
Yeah.
I was worried that it would look a little cluttered, but it doesn't matter because it's bringing us information that's attributing to the podcast, and I love it.
Have you seen on TikTok where these guys are talking about how we're too close to each other?
I saw that. I can't even punch you in the face right now. See? I just tried.
Yeah, let me try it.
You backed up. I'm literally going to... Hold on.
Oh, God, he's drinking first.
Boom.
Dude, you got my
Tip
nose.
of the nose.
Oh, on the nosy.
Dude.
I see.
But I'm close enough to give you a high five.
Yeah, the thing is we got to be close enough to the roadcaster for both of us to touch the buttons.
We're not too close. Fuck that guy.
Both of them.
There's 2 of them?
Yeah, there's been a couple of people that are like, those guys are really uncomfortably close. And I was like, you should see our sleeping arrangement.
Hell yeah. They want to talk about close.
Yeah. We have bunk beds and we only take the bottom bunk.
C-L-O-S-E. Yes, C-L-O-S-E to me.
L for the way you look so close to me.
Speaking of TikTok, give us a follow on TikTok. Today's Pray Podcast.
Yeah.
Give us a follow on Instagram.
I'll
Today's
try-
Pray.
I'll try to make things not get banned as much because
It's okay. It's not you. It's us. Because I say dick and penis too.
that is the that's the best way to break up with someone. Yeah, it's not you, it's us. It
ain't working.
We're not good together.
It's not you. It's us. We just aren't. We're toxic. We're not good.
You alone's pretty good. Me alone's pretty good. Us together, not so good.
Hit us up for if you want any more breakup advice.
I'll break your heart. I'll break your heart. I'll break your heart. Oh, Jesus Christ. Did you hear my throat whistle? Oh my God. So disgusting.